Hello to my Aquarius. Happy June 6th. So this reading is for June 6th. So June 6th or 6/6 symbolizes healing, love, nurturing energy, harmony in home, responsibility and balance. It also symbolizes healing from emotional or family wounds. It symbolizes creating balance in your relationships, prioritizing self-care and inner peace, manifesting a loving, supportive environment. So we're going to pull a 5-card spread. We're going to start out with just setting intentions, okay? Setting intentions. So healthy work-life balance. So your family could be work family as well. Can be work family as well, right? So this is about your heart chakra. It's about your heart chakra. So heart chakra deals with this is the gateway between the spiritual realm and the physical realm. So it's a time to open up emotionally, forgive, receive unconditional love. So give and receive unconditional love. It's an invitation to heal karmic and ancestral wounds in the family line, and also a time to be aligned with divine feminine nurturing energy. So let's set an intention. I love and accept myself. All right. I love and accept myself. Okay. So let's get it. So hopefully everybody's having a good day. So happy Friday to everybody. Hopefully you all are getting out and getting some sun wherever you are. I don't know what the time of the day is where everybody is in the world, but happy Friday to everybody. Hopefully the weather where you are is gorgeous. Let's get an angel number, and then like I said, we're gonna do a 5-card spread. So happy 6/6. The focus is on your heart chakra, making the connection. All right, there we go. 401. So revive. It's your time to shine. Okay. So I love this. Okay, so 4 would be just adding structure and authority to some things as you're closing out a cycle and then starting this new journey. That's what 1 is for. So your angels need you to know that the light is shining on you now. So it's time to take that chance, speak up for yourself and go for that thing that you've been wanting to do, but you haven't yet. So you have a window of opportunity, and your angels are giving you a go ahead to put some effort forth to get this done. So right now, take a power walk, sing your favorite song. Some of you all that follow me are singers. So whether you're a singer or not, you don't have to be professional, right? Sing your favorite song. Or have a solo dance party. Get the energy moving immediately to take things to the next level. Yeah, so you're reviving something that you love. All right, look at you. Okay, something that you love that balances you out. So let's see. Okay. And let's get some of these pink cards here. So pink or green, you want to connect with a pink or green stone as we get closer and closer to the full moon. We have a full moon coming up. For those of you all who are on the Patreon side, we do have your full moon prediction video already up. So let's see what we got going on. Yeah. So get out and get some sun. If it's still light outside where you are, get out and get some sun. Sunbathing is always nice. You know, you get out there, depending on what the weather is. And I don't know where people are in the world, but get out and get some fresh air. You're an air sign. Grab your water, since you're a water bearer. Get out and enjoy all the elements if you can. I don't know if anybody lives near a beach or some body of water. You get all 4 elements, right? The spy is now turned on. I don't know who's spying on you, but somebody's turned on, right? So Angel Raphael, the healer and traveler, a protector of travelers. So wherever you may be in your travels, is protecting you. So there are signs all around you. All right. So ask source for clarity. So you could just have people with their eyes on you. you know, just kind of sort of watching your comings and goings and just kind of sort of seeing you just kind of just loving on yourself and accepting yourself and just being in good, you know, good headspace. So you have the gift of deja vu. That's remembering the future. So some things may seem familiar. Some people may seem familiar to you as you're kind of going about your day-to-day, whatever you're doing. So document your dreams day and night. So if you see some familiar faces where you're going, so you're leaving some energies. I don't know who you're leaving behind, but you know, whoever they are. But messages from your ancestors. So follow your heart. I guess you're going after something you love. Your laughter is medicine, right? You're closing out cycles in love, of course. You're keeping your vibrations high. So your mental health is just as important as your physical health. So when you're talking about making connections, you're making any kind of connections where um, something isn't speaking your love language, right? Something may not be speaking your love language. You're trusting your first mind, right? You're trusting your first mind. So prepare for an increase in pay. So some money may be coming across your path. Something was trying to keep you boxed in or something. So let go and let God. All right, so like I said, this is going to be a 5-card spread. This is going to be a 5-card spread. So um, June 6th or 6/6, I'll just keep saying 6/6, obviously it's June 6th, right? Deep emotional insights, deep emotional insights, right? Getting psychic revelations. So it can be kind of intense. Moving from Libra into Scorpio, it could be pretty intense as you get those psychic revelations. So I don't know what kind of psychic some people are, whoever you are, you know, psychic revelations on some things, right? Um, so in case some of you all want to write down affirmation, the affirmation is I'm open to giving and receiving love, right? Open and receiving love, open and giving, being open to giving and receiving love could be to a pet. So those of you all who may be thinking about purchasing a pet, uh, and thank you all for those of you all who send me pictures of your new puppies and new kittens and things like that. So some of you all are new dog and kitten moms or dads. So thank you. Or some of you all have snakes. So thank you. Or birds. So a lot of pet lovers in the community. So they have their own special symbolism. So thank you so much for sending me your pictures. So you also want to journal about forgiveness. You want to also create a vision board. These are things you can write down. Focus on love, harmony, abundance. Um, Light green or pink candles for healing and heart expansion, right? Yeah. So those are some things that you can do. So those are some things that you can do, right? Mm-hmm. So we're going to get right into it. All right. So let's get into it. All right. So, spirit, for my Aquarius, what part of Aquarius's heart is ready to heal? What part of Aquarius's heart is ready to heal? Just kind of a pattern, maybe a pattern, you know, emotional pattern surfacing, release and restoration. It could just kind of sort of be like around, like making any kind of connection. It could be work. It could be the physical part or in the spiritual realm. So let's see. Okay. This is in the physical realm. And this is about knowing your worth and knowing your value. This is about knowing your worth and knowing your value. Somebody is possibly an overgiver. Somebody is possibly an overgiver. So this would be like a person who may like maybe overextend yourself, maybe like in the workplace. Um, and this is a part maybe of yourself. This could kind of sort of also speak to Saturn too. So I think a lot of times people may assume Aquarius for you all that because you march to the beat of your own drum, and your other ruling planet, Uranus. The Saturn piece kind of throws people off a little bit about you all, that you all can be a bit of a workaholic. That is like a sort of a safe space. It's not necessarily money hungry or money driven, but it's more like just kind of a safe space, um, for a lot of people. Just like, okay, just go back to work. It's just that structure. It just kind of sort of adds structure, for you all. So you can kind of sort of get kind of sort of caught up in just work, 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 work. So that may be a part where you're learning how to balance some things out. And it maybe just like all too familiar for you. Just go back to just work, right? Maybe to an overextending yourself, right? Go back to what you know. And people can take advantage of that, where you just work and just don't even pay attention to what maybe be taken away from you. So that may not be necessarily a love language. That may not be something that's super important to you, but it could be somebody else's love language. They just feel like it's just they're entitled to something. So in the workplace, in your personal, your professional life, somebody could see that as like, oh, they don't mind staying over, right? They don't mind staying over for work. Where everybody else's is like, woohoo, like there's this lady who she's so funny on my, if you follow me on Instagram, she's hilarious. I think I remixed one of her videos, but she does this whole podcast and I think she's in HR. She must be like a manager or something in HR. But she talks about how like people should get up from the desk, go on a lunch, take your lunch break, get out and get some fresh air, stop being chained to your desk. That would be kind of like an example of that. Like somebody who feels like, work is just a safe space, just, like a workaholic, so whereas people are just getting more out of you, then you're not even really getting a good quality of life. So that could be like sort of that, where you find yourself eventually just being taken advantage of. So you got money coming to you. You have a lot of money coming to you, actually. Um, let's see what else we got. Um, so second question is, this is right here. Like people treat you like a workhorse. So the second question would be, what truth must you face to fully grow? If, in order to live a softer life, like I said, you know, um, that's something that you want to work on yourself. Like stop letting people treat you like you're a workhorse. Like that could be something for you all. Live a softer life. That's in order for you to live a softer life. Learn how to be in receiving mode. Learn how to be in receiving mode. And part of the receiving mode is learning when to stop yourself. Like when Source says, okay, relax, just relax. Learn how to um, not be so much in over giving. Your default is you're a sender. I'm talking to men and women, Aquarius, men and women sending. Be such a giver, like such an over giver, where people assume that you always have it to give. So they see you walking in and all they see are whatever the currency on, like if it's a dollar sign, they just see like you're just a walking currency, right? For them. So third question would be, what energy, wants to be born through you, right? So this speaks to really kind of sort of represent your next evolution and what you're becoming to heal and expand. Because remember, the moon in Scorpio for 6/6 is really flushing out anything that will attract toxic energy to you in terms of love and in terms of money. Anything that you may have attracted to you in the past, where people saw you and they just saw, oh, okay, it would attract the wrong type of attention. It would attract the wrong type of attention, right? Right, where people will want to swap destinies with you, right? They'd want to swap destinies with you, or just kind of sort of want your life. They assume that your life is so much better than theirs. So this is where you do the mirror work, right? So this is where you do the mirror work. So you're doing the mirror work, knowing your worth, knowing your value. But again, paying attention to kind of so your surroundings as well. And this is okay, just the people around you, the hardworking energies around you. Do you kind of sort of fit into the environment, paying attention to the environment of the energies around you, right? So also, Spirit, how can Aquarius stay in divine flow and feminine balance? Remember, your sign by default is a divine masculine. So this is how do you stay in divine feminine flow, right? Because Scorpio is a divine feminine sign, right? And so its ruling planet is, they have two ruling planets as well. The Judgment card, which is currently retrograde right now, and that's the outermost planet. And so that's a generational planet. It's like you're ruled by two generational planets, they're ruled by one generational planet, and you're trying to rise above the judgment. People see that you're a hardworking person, but you look like money. Like you, somebody look, well, apparently, according to this right here, you look like you rolling in the dough. Like you rolling in, you look like you're hardworking energy, but you look like, people want to swap lives with you, whoever you are, right? And so you don't want to make yourself a target. I mean, you could be. I don't know who you are. I'm just reading the cards here, just for this 6-6 here. Um, and so it just really makes somebody a target. And so you want to be more in your feminine energy, right? So I'm seeing some kind of breakthrough right here. So you don't want to talk about it. That's what this is. You don't want to talk about, money, like what kind of, you don't want to talk about your money, maybe like your work, or like how much money you make, or that kind of stuff. You're just working on yourself. So you're a hardworking person, like that kind of thing. So this is because it kind of sends a message. Kind of sends a message to some people that it could end up being a nightmare for you. It could end up being a nightmare for other people. Like people get nervous, like whatever kind of work somebody does, it could actually end up being a nightmare, even if that's not your intention. Even if that's not your intention. You know, you could be the kindest person on, and you could be the type of a person. See this number 4 right here. So number 4 is Emperor energy, right? You could be a person who is very structured. You could literally be a sweetheart. You could be a very loving, nice, kind person who is not into that foolery, right? That would be you could not be in a circus. That would be a fool in reverse, right? You could not be a part of a bunch of mess, right? Um, but um, because you may have worked around certain energies or been kind of whatever, or you may have money, or whatever, or people may think you have money or whatever, who knows, been around certain energies, whatever. um People could assume, who knows. So that's what this is. So this is 6-6, right? So the last part of your spread here is what blessings spirit is entering your life through your portal, and that's a blessing. So a leadership position is coming across your path. People are talking about you be great, this new lease on life for you. A leadership position is coming across your path because people see that you. So just stay focused, right? You're not running from anything, just staying focused, right? So things are turning around for you, because people looked at something one way. Is like, you know, um, yeah, people see you as this very strong leader. People see you as a very structured energy. People see you as a very, very structured energy. So I feel like people want you to be a part of a team, so you're free, you have a very youthful spirit, you have this, you inspire a lot of people, like you inspire like a younger, maybe like a younger generation. um, um, to kind of go after their dreams, to kind of sort of revive their dreams, right? Um, and so, like I said, your laughter is medicine. So, yeah. So you're closing out cycles in love, and that's it. That's it. All right. All right. All right. All right. So you're getting ready for the full moon. So protect your energy. Like I said, full moon can be crazy, just in general. Werewolves come out. That's why it's all the movies about werewolves, right? Because you got animals literally, like if you live places where, like you have like the highways and byways, sometimes you'll have deer coming like close to the side of the road as the moon becomes more and more illuminated, because they want to get a good look at the moon too, right? They get all excited about the moon too. So as you're driving, just be mindful of that, because that deer in headlights they looking like, ooh, ah, and they want to hop across the road. So be mindful of that too, because people driving at high speed. So yeah. So I do see money coming across your path, and like I said, you are very structured and very authoritative, and um, let me see. What else is it? That's the message. That's the message. So yeah. So these are the oracle cards. What else we got? Perseverance. You have the power within yourself to conquer any challenge and come out stronger on the other side. Trust in your resilience and your ability to persevere. So see this person right here. So somebody's going up, up, up. Again, you're just staying focused. You're staying focused. Um, no pressure. When you want more, don't push yourself or others to get more. Give more of your pure, genuine self, and life will immediately and effortlessly match it. The spirit of love. So um, somebody could be a tree hugger. I happen to love trees myself, but don't search for true love, for it will find you. Um, if you just hold on to who you are, the world already loves your essence, so don't change it for anyone, right? So let's see. And somebody's really a prayer warrior. You're a prayer warrior. So yeah, you're a hardworking person. Um, I feel like you have this whole new lease on life. Somebody's definitely a leader, all into yourself, all into yourself. And, you're just a very focused person. Let me see. Receiving it all, you deserve to receive abundance at full capacity, believe in your worth, and trust that the universe is ready to deliver all that you desire. So open up. Get ready. Get ready. Let's see what else we got going on. I think. So yeah, hopefully this was a good message for somebody. Hopefully this is a really, really good message for someone. Self-love. So let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. So that's you and your inner child. Remember, all of this is genderless, okay? Genderless and colorless, genderless, right? Uh, and then the last but not least, but happy 6/6, June 6th. This is your love message. This is your love message, Aquarius. So connecting with fire. So you're tossing something into a burning bowl, and here's it connecting with fire. So, and speaking life in a very commanding way, right? So as we get closer and closer, like I said, to the full moon, anything that sees you, fire connects us with the solar plexus chakra. So anything that in the physical realm that Um, I guess. This is your reading. That's it. It's your reading is positive. That's it. That's it. You don't even want to float down on lower frequency. You're starting out with 401. That's, like I said, reviving your, it's your time to shine. You're at a higher frequency. Like I said, that's where you want to be. That's all. That's it, and that's all for real. That's it. You're connecting with fire, and that's all you're talking about. Keeping it at a high frequency, and that's it. All right. Bye.